This is the future.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Warframe video. Before anything else, I would just like to clarify that I am not referring to the Dante Unbound update right here. The update will be released in just a couple of hours, or probably just dropped after watching this video. What I'm referring here is the new Deep Archimedes game mode which sweaty Warframe players are looking forward to playing in the Dante Unbound update. It seems that Digital Extremes has no plans on releasing it in the Dante Unbound update, and in their latest dev post in the official Warframe forums, they stated that they have made the decision to launch the Dante Unbound update without the Deep Archimedes mode, and instead ship it in a hotfix on all platforms next week. Megan hinted that the new game mode needs further time for polishing, as it's kind of a complicated new system, and I really think that this is the right move, because just by watching their last dev stream about the new game mode, it seems like there are bits and pieces that they need to adjust before making it public. In addition, I think this is the best decision because some players might have spent already their Netra Cell charges, and they'll need to wait for next week's reset to play the new game mode. It's really a great decision from Digital Extremes so that all players can play the game mode next week, and I would rather play a bug-free Deep Archimedes game mode than something that needs to be fixed again and again. You see, Deep Archimedes is really an interesting game mode as it will require you to spend 2 Netra Cell charges to participate in this mission. The mission is like a mix of Sortie, Netra Cell, and the Duviri circuit, as Digital Extremes somehow managed to create a hybrid mission type from their old game modes in the game. The new game mode is like Sortie since you will dive into 3 different missions, but only this time there's no extracting after finishing one mission. The Deep Archimedes game mode will task you to complete a mission, then jump into the next one while using the loadout you have selected before jumping into the new game mode. You don't get the chance to pick another loadout suited for Mission 2 and Mission 3, so it would be wise to pick the strongest Warframe weapons and builds that will complete all 3 missions. It's like the Netra Cell mission, since you will pick negative modifiers that will make the game mode challenging. Every modifier will bestow either the enemies with power buffs or debuff you team with ailments. And each modifier will increase the research points you acquire, giving you access to more loot. And finally, it's like the Duviri circuit, since it's a continuous mission wherein you can begin from exterminate, then jump into defense, and then assassination, and you will be able to pick suggested weapons and warframes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the loadout suggestions in the new game mode does give more research values, and at first, I was hoping that Digital Extremes will not turn this to another Duviri randomizer again, wherein we are forced to pick warframe and weapons, just to increase the research value for the Deep Archimedes game mode. This is the bad side of this, while the good side is players will be interested to pick the suggested loadout to increase the research value. I think what Digital Extremes are doing here is they want players to have the choice wherein they could pick all the suggested loadouts so you can skip one negative modifier, as based from what I saw in the dev stream. The last reward is locked in the Elite Deep Archimedes, which will reward you a guaranteed melee crescendo or melee duplicate. I really think there's no problem with the mechanics in the game, and it's already a good system. However, I'm guessing that the developer are having a hard time balancing the difficulty of the enemies, as they don't want it to be the same way when Steel Path levels first introduced. Especially that we will most likely face the fragmented bosses every time. You all know how mad the Steel Path levels of the Effervo assassination, and just imagine how brutal it is when its levels scale beyond 500 or more. Do remember that the normal Deep Archimedes levels are at 300 plus, so it's safe to guess that the Elite version will be 500 levels or up. But then again, I think this is the main problem why Digital Extremes delayed Deep Archimedes, as they are trying the right enemy level scaling. We can't expect to see level 300 plus in this mission, as they might lower this or make it higher. But it would be brutal if the Elite version would be higher than 300, as remember. Not only that fragmented bosses hit hard, but they have this annoying mechanic called damage attenuation. Most probably the boss fight is like hitting a brick wall and spending minutes just to take down the boss. And mind you, the rewards you get are not that valuable even if we get legendary melee arcanes. Both melee crescendo and melee duplicate have specific uses, but they are not arcanes that make all melee critically good. In addition, the other arcanes and rewards are rare, and they are not in par with something like Arcane Energize or even my dream reward of a Riven mod wherein you can pick your stats. They are just ordinary rewards for me that can be farmed or purchased from other players, and I think no one will be spending a couple of minutes hitting a brick wall to get these rewards in Warframe. Both melee crescendo and melee duplicate have specific uses, but they are not arcanes that make all melee critically good. I really think that delaying the game mode is a great decision, and I hope that what we'll be getting is a new game mode that is actually fun, challenging, and rewarding. Now, I would like to know your thoughts about the upcoming Deep Archimedes game mode. Let us discuss this in the comments section below. Also, be sure to check out later, as I'll be pumping a lot of Dante Unbound update content. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Squad Leader, signing off.
This is the future.